Good evening and welcome to our weekly program, The Week in 30 Minutes, the program that brings to you a number of varied and different reports prepared by our team in the English News Department. This show tries to highlight the main events recently taking place throughout Kuwait. Our active team of reporters are keeping themselves busy around the week to cover and report on many fields in the country, such as education, culture, sport, arts, business, in addition to the events that are currently taking place in Kuwait and may concern you. In our episode today, we will view some reports concerning the major events that was taking place in Kuwait, which is the first anniversary of recognizing His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, as a humanitarian leader by the United Nations. Another report will view the launching of a new destination for Kuwait Airways. We will also view a report tackling the national initiative called Fa'lan Kuwaiti. Our program tonight still has more of other reports, so let's start. Actually, I had the privilege to prepare our first report for tonight, which is talking about the major event that matters most of all Kuwaitis. UN Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, Stephen O'Brien, paid a remarkable visit to the state of Kuwait to attend the 5th meeting for Major Donors Group to support the humanitarian situation in Syria. This visit coincided with the first anniversary of recognizing His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah by the United Nations. Let's watch it together. With the first anniversary of recognizing His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, as a humanitarian leader by the United Nations is approaching, the UN Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator Stephen O'Brien paid a visit to Kuwait. His Excellency came to attend the 5th meeting for Major Donors Group to support the humanitarian situation in Syria.
Well, I wanted to come to Kuwait as soon as possible into my tenure as the Under-Secretary General at the United Nations for Humanitarian Affairs and as the Emergency Relief Coordinator, because over many years, Kuwait, under the leadership of His Highness the Emir, has demonstrated a real commitment to humanitarian action through providing the resources that really enables the international community, mainly expressed through the United Nations, to deliver life-saving and protection to the people in most need, wherever that arises around the world. Example and the deep commitment, in fact I would say the inspiration of the Kuwaiti people expressed through the leadership of His Highness the Emir and the Kuwaiti government for contributing to real impact on humanitarian affairs in the world today is one which I need to understand. It's one which I want to work and continue to work in partnership with, because we have coming up in the next year the World Humanitarian Summit. There we want to be able to put on show and to display to the world the very best of the best.
Following the enormous efforts exerted by Kuwait and His Highness the Emir at the humanitarian level worldwide, including hosting the 3 aid conferences for Syria, Kuwait has turned into an international humanitarian center, affirming the country's positive and leading role for humanitarian help. From Sheraton Hotel, I am Heba Abdulrahman, reporting for The Week in 30 Minutes. Our next report is also prepared by me and tackles a very important issue that concerns the whole world, which is the Syrian crisis. As part of the continuous efforts exerted to solve the Syrian crisis, Kuwait hosted the 5th Syria Top Donors Group meeting with the participation of United Nations Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator Stephen O'Brien, along with other representatives. The meeting coincided with the first anniversary of recognizing His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Subah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Subah, as a humanitarian leader. United Nations Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator Stephen O'Brien said that as Syria crisis enters its 5th year with 7.6 million people forced to be displaced and more than 4 million have taken refuge in neighboring countries, humanitarian needs are greater than ever. This remark came at the opening of the 5th Syria Top Donors Group meeting that Kuwait recently hosted. O'Brien pointed out that UN agencies were able to significantly scale up cross-border operations under Security Council Resolution 2165 and 2191.
Well, I wanted to come to Kuwait as soon as possible into my tenure as the Under-Secretary General at the United Nations for Humanitarian Affairs and as the Emergency Relief Coordinator, because over many years Kuwait, under the leadership of His Highness the Emir, has demonstrated a real commitment to humanitarian action through providing the resources that really enables the international community, mainly expressed through the United Nations, to deliver life-saving and protection to the people in most need, wherever that arises around the world.
O'Brien added that operating in Syria is difficult and dangerous. 79 humanitarian aid workers have been killed since March 2011. But despite the dangers, humanitarian agencies continue to stay and deliver to millions of people in need.
It's one of these unique meetings where indeed main donors can sit together, compare notes, have a very frank dialogue with UN agencies, which are our main partner, so that we could collectively deliver in the most efficient possible way humanitarian aid to people in need in Syria and in the neighboring countries. It is also a unique platform where we have this kind of open and frank dialogue, also with between EU-US donors on one end and Arab donors. I don't know any other forum of that kind, and that's the reason why we are so grateful to Kuwait to have supported this group from the very beginning and to make sure that it meets on a regular basis.
Yeah, today is a very important day because we are here to review and discuss among ourselves the progress achieved since the hosting of the Kuwait conference on Syria in March 2015 under the auspices of His Highness the Emir and the government of Kuwait. So all the key donors, the key partners, including the United Nations, are here to see how much of those pledges have been resulted in actual contribution, but more importantly how it has been used, what is the impact, and also what are the challenges and the future needs. I think that's why it is an important forum, an extremely critical forum, and we are extremely grateful for the government of Kuwait for hosting this forum on regular basis under the leadership of the Special Envoy in the Humanitarian Affairs for the United Nations, Mr. Abdullah Matouk. And so we have a full day, we have an extensive day, all the important countries are here, the representative of the UN, especially the representative working within the Syria and the neighboring countries in Jordan, in Lebanon, in Turkey, in Iraq, in Egypt, all of them are here, you know. So we are hoping a very robust, very active, very productive discussions and a positive outcome which will continue to help the people, the millions of people which are affected by the Syrian crisis, and hopefully, you know, and as we move forward, we'll have a common understanding on how do we continue increasing and mobilizing the global community to the crisis in Syria.
Aid agencies have received just 1/3 of the funding needed for the Syrian Response Plan and the Regional Refugee and Resilience Plan. The combined plans call for $7.42 billion, of which only $2.38 billion has been received. On his part, Deputy Foreign Minister Khalid Jahrallah said that UN reports indicated that more than 220,000 Syrians were killed and more than 1 million were wounded due to war. He expressed his appreciation to NGOs and aid agencies who strive to exert their best efforts to help the Syrians since the start of their civil war. He added that Kuwait will always support all forms of humanitarian assistance, hence hosting 3 donors' conferences successively. From Sheraton Hotel, I am Heba Abdulrahman reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes. The 10th Cultural Summer Festival, entitled Kuwait International Humanitarian Center, wrapped up its edition at the Abdel Hussein Abdel Rida Theatre, located in Salmiya. The Embassy of Ukraine in Kuwait, in cooperation with the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, held a song, dance and music performance showcasing the ensemble Ukrainian National Honored Academic for Folklore. The concluding night of the festival witnessed performances that captivated the audiences with its stellar talent. This year's summer festival has received rave reviews for its strong cultural, educational and artistic dynamics. The concluding ceremony witnessed the attendance of a huge crowd, including members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished guests, individuals working in the film and music industry, and members of the press. Reporter Ghanwa Jabouri has more.
The 10th Cultural Summer Festival has kept society engaged, entertained, enlightened, and has further worked as a strong platform for educational purposes. Dance, song, theatre, lectures, training workshops, and exhibitions are just a few of the summer activities that have been organised by the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, aimed at promoting, fostering and encouraging the community to engage in arts and literature during the summer break, whereby a strong sense of community is realised.
Yeah, we enjoyed very much this Ukrainian concert. So it is the spirit and the soul of this beautiful people and beautiful country. I really enjoyed it. In fact, it was very good. I am very happy to be here with my colleague and with a lot of people here. Very nice parts, and I enjoyed many of them, with especially some kind of dance of swords or kind of. It is. I think it is coming from the national ensemble of Ukraine, and this is to show to the. This shows also the generosity of the Kuwaiti government and Kuwaiti people to support this this concert and to organize joint activities with countries, with the friendly countries.
It's a beautiful festival. I wish it was more announced for all the people in Kuwait. It's not announced in English, so I'm finding out from friends. But it's a beautiful festival, bringing different cultures and different music experiences from different cultures to Kuwait. And it is nice to see that it was a full audience with a lot of young people who can see something else, learn something new and listen to a beautiful performance and music.
Beautiful traditional music and dance highly impressed the crowds, who noted that the concert was magical due to its intense music and stellar performances.
I'm so happy to visit this concert, and it was amazing. Actually, our country is very, very beautiful and have a lot of successful and beautiful people. That's why we are here to support for our people.
Concert is perfect music, beautiful dancing, wonderful.
Well, tonight was a fantastic finale. You know, the Ukrainians are a gymnastic, and artistically well advanced. In fact, they just proved it in Beijing. You know, they had the international athletics competition in Beijing, and Ukraine got several golds. And tonight, they excelled themselves. So the National Council for Arts and Culture have done very well this summer.
The Cultural Summer Festival has indeed reflected the strong cultural movement in Kuwait and demonstrates the existing artistic scene that inspires such spectacles in Kuwait. This year's Summer Cultural Festival finally concludes, but not without the beautiful, resonating traditional sounds of music. From Abdullah Hussein Abdul Rida Theatre in Salmiya, I'm Genra Jaburi reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
The Ministry of Public Works, in collaboration with the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labour, represented by the Community Development Department and the Center for Community Development, organized the second Road Engineering Fair. The exhibition comes within the activities of road engineering sector in the Ministry of Public Works to identify citizens and those interested in projects where the Ministry has been reviewed projects that are currently being implemented and was put forward by the Central Tenders Committee and are being studied as well as the Ministry's plan for future projects. Let's watch. Assistant Undersecretary for Road Engineering in the Ministry of Public Works, Engineer Ahmed Al-Hassan, said that the Ministry have 7 contracts for the projects. 3 of them are underway related to the ways of bonding between Subah Al-Ahmed area, Al-Wafra Road, Al-Khiran resident area, and the western part of 5th Ring Road. There are also 2 contracts for pedestrian bridges and tenders that are currently being studied, as well as projects are currently being implemented, such as the development of Nuwaysib Road and the opening of the central part of the Jahra Road and Jamal Abdel Nasser, as well as the development of the 7th Ring Road. There is also considerable coordination between the Ministry of Public Works and other agencies, such as the Ministry of Electricity and Water and the Municipality of Kuwait and the General Directorate of Traffic and other relevant agencies to implement these projects. This comes as the second Road Engineering Fair was launched by the Ministry of Works in collaboration with the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labour, represented by the Community Development Department and the Center for Community Development in Subah Al-Nasser area. The exhibition comes within the activities of road engineering sector in the Ministry of Works to identify citizens and those interested in projects where the Ministry have been reviewed projects that are currently being implemented and was put forward by the Central Tenders Committee and are being studied, as well as the Ministry's plan for further projects. The exhibition includes paintings to display video monitors projects through which to explain these projects to come through customized in general, whether ongoing projects or future projects. The road engineering sector, in cooperation with the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labour, organize campaigns and exhibitions periodically in order to work on coordination with the concerned authorities in the state during the implementation of projects to ensure the facilitation of traffic and the opening of new temporary roads until the implementation of these projects that reliable a lot in raising the road level in the country. According to the sector, there are projects under subtraction awarding the 17 projects and cost up to 1,250 million dinars. Most notably, the project to develop the Cairo Street intersections on the western part of 5th Ring Road and development of Nuwaysib through the development of Gulf Street at a roundabout path that the road between the port of Azur and Abundance and by the 7th Ring Road, the first phase, and the development of road and street Salmi diving. From Subah Al-Nasser area, I am Hab Abdul Rahman reporting for the Week in 30 Minutes. Kuwait Airways recently commenced its Ahmedabad operations. The flights were operated on the 3rd, 4th and 7th of September and connected on toward flights to Europe, the United States and the Middle East. In addition, Ahmedabad becomes Kuwait Airways' 6th destination in India, following Mumbai, Bengaluru, Chennai, Delhi and Kochi. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us this report.
Is launched direct flights to the Indian city of Ahmedabad. Commencing on the 2nd of September, the Gulf carrier will operate 3 weekly flights on the route.
Our plan for 2015 actually entails the expansion to new destinations. So we have expanded to Munich, we have expanded to, reinstated our line to Istanbul, Vienna we started also. So these are the 2 destinations remaining for the plan for 2015, Bangalore and Ahmedabad, which will supplement our destinations and also support the supply of our route to the European destinations and to the USA. So this actually supplements the operation.
In addition, the route will be operated using Kuwait Airways 2-cabin Airbus A320 aircraft featuring 20 seats in business class and 110 in economy. Ahmedabad becomes Kuwait Airways' 6th destination in India, following Mumbai, Bangalore, Shanghai, Delhi and Kochi.
We've also launched new routes to Europe this summer, for example Munich, which is performing very, very well, to Vienna and Istanbul. So this is part of that strategic plan to grow the airline's destinations. And it's also wonderful to see that we're operating tonight one of our brand new Airbus 320 aircraft, offering superb comfort to our customers. And as you know, we also have the Airbus 330 now entering the fleet as well. So I think Kuwait Airways customers are experiencing something special at the moment, the rebirth of the airline, an airline committed to serve and showing as well a confident face for the nation of Kuwait.
Meanwhile, the services will depart Kuwait International Airport every Tuesday, Wednesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. and will depart from Ahmedabad at 6:20 a.m., enabling connections to other destinations. Kuwait welcomes the first flights to Ahmedabad and Bangalore today by Kuwait Airways. From Kuwait International Airport, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi reporting to The Week in 30 Minutes.
A closing ceremony was held at Abdulaziz Hussein Cultural Center in Mishrif, awarding all participants and teachers who took part in the 17th Children's Summer Festival. The festival spanned over a period of 13 days and included an array of activities to help children and teens remain entertained during the summer while acquiring new skills in arts, history, sculpture, healthy lifestyles, reading, drawing, and lectures in environment, to name just a few. Reporter Ghanwa Jabouri has more.
The many wonderful children's summer activities could not have materialized without the support and commitment of the teachers, who have always and continue to play a huge role in being a strong vehicle of encouragement and education to the children. Tonight's closing ceremony was thus aimed at awarding all teachers and participants who took part in a huge success of the festival.
First of all, there are all the teachers that participated, and everyone who participated came here. So I want to thank them for that. So I came here to cheer for them, and yeah, so much. I wish they made. It was amazing. Honestly, everything. There's nothing specific about it. Everything was amazing. So yeah, nothing, everything. So yeah, that's it.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters organises the event every year to support the children's and youth aspirations to learn, grow and build on their existing skills.
Yeah, I will see the exhibition. All who who help us to do this, and they help us to make something new. I'm drawing, and I have new friends. I'm drawing nice than before. Before I did so ugly, but now it's so nice.
I am happy today they invite me to come here because it is nice for the children, what they do and what they work all this 3 weeks or between 2 weeks, and they make more good things, and they are clever, but they want, and the student take from their time, from their own time in this summer to teach this student how they make anything they like it, their hobbies, and this is the best thing you do it for the children.
The festival further aims to help children and teens make use of the summer holiday in a healthy environment, and one in which the children and teens can learn new skills through over 24 artistic, cultural and craftsmanship workshops. The 17th Children's Summer Festival just concluded in a big ceremony that awarded all the teachers who helped make the festival a huge success. From Abdulaziz Hussein Cultural Centre, Mishref, I'm Gena Jaburi, reporting to you for the week in 30 minutes.
With these reports, we reach the end of our episode of The Week in 30 Minutes tonight. We will wait for you, our viewers, next week at the same time, as our colleagues of reporters will continue their great efforts in bringing you the most recent stories about what is happening around us. To be at your best expectations, we would love to receive your feedback on our stories that we have presented to you. We also accept your kind invitations to cover any topics or events that matter most to you in any field. For better communications, email us your suggestions and invitations for events at moikuwaitnews@gmail.com. Also, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at moikuwaitnews. And for a chance to see our reports once again, you can visit our YouTube channel at moikuwaitnews. Thank you for joining us tonight. See you next week with more exclusive and entertaining reports. Have a good night.